Yo, what is up, guys? It's Kyle from Novel Sports here, and today I want to talk about something that actually happened yesterday, but I had enough videos coming out that I felt like I could do this today. It was that the New York Knicks have decided to part ways with Phil Jackson. Do I agree with this move? Yes. So what I really want to talk about is the future of the Knicks and what he's done in the past. Now, one of the main reasons I feel like this happened is that Phil Jackson was willing to buy Carmelo out of his contract so he could go play somewhere else. Now, that's a way to be nice to Carmelo for putting up with all the crap he's given him, the past few years that he's been there. But business-wise, as a general manager, that's probably not very smart. Now, before I move on any farther after that, I'd like to say that they're trying to get the Toronto Raptors GM, who did good things in Denver, and he's done a lot of good things in Toronto. So the Knicks I do believe Carmelo needs to go, but they probably don't need to buy him out. They need to trade him and help themselves. I just like to look at the past for a little bit. The Knicks haven't been very good in the last few years. They're not really at all. In the past decade and a half, really. But, they've had a few bright spots. I feel like the first mistake Phil Jackson made was letting Mike Woodson go. Yeah, he was the guy that coached him to 53 wins. I feel like that was a mistake. Another thing he did good was draft Kristaps, even though he didn't want to. He let the people below him, really tell him what to do, and he believed them, and it's turned out pretty good for him. He also got Willie Hernan-Gomez, which is a pretty big block that the Knicks can build around. This point guard they just took, Frank Ntilikina, I think that's how you say his last name. He is a promising point guard. He's only 18 years old, so I believe the Knicks in 2 or 3 years, they could be back in the playoffs, maybe, if they handle their business right. If they trade away Carmelo. Another thing I feel like they need to do, which probably won't happen, is get rid of Joakim Noah. That's a guy who's getting way overpaid. It's one of the worst contracts in the league right now. I can't even with all that bull. But really, Phil Jackson hasn't done a lot of good things in New York. But what he's leaving behind is a young core that the next guy who takes over can really build around. So, Phil Jackson wasn't one of the best GMs ever. And for a lot of the things he did wrong, the media criticized him for it, and probably rightfully so. But you can't look at him and say he never did a good thing in New York. That's really all I have to say about that. As far as head coaching goes, they need a new one. I like Mark Jackson or something like that. He should have never been fired in Golden State, but that's a completely different video. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment what you think below or any tips you have for me. I appreciate those comments on the last video. Share it with your friends if you think they might enjoy it. And subscribe if you're new. I put videos up like this every day. See you later.